What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone, and welcome back to a lot to talk about. You want to say finally? It took probably way too long. It took way too long because it's almost the end, and now it's kind of all over the place. But players are moving. Players we were not discussing. I'm gonna say even a week ago, let alone 2 months ago. But things are starting to move. Maybe even incomings. Who knows about that? But usually when I'm out on Thursday, things happen for some reason. We will discuss that all today in this daily news video. I'm gonna focus on the outgoings. The incomings is just a list. I will do a live on that. Julian will drop a good video tomorrow on who we could bring in midfield. So I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on the other stuff. And the main topic is obviously Rovella. That's one of them. Pellegrini, Juventus, Rugani, and a lot more to go through. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Okay, so let's start off with the main news is we saw Nicolo Rovella, and that was done extremely quickly, like extremely quickly. Like the news broke maybe 3 days ago, and the deal is done. You know, it's done. I will go over this video, and I will say it. I will go over this video by saying, no, I will say, or like I will speak as of how I feel on certain deals, but I need the big picture. I need to see at the end of the window, and to be honest, even at the end of next season's window. I think that's the situation of the club. But I'm gonna, talk about each deal individually because I think that's needed. It's important. So Nicolo Rovella to Lazio for 16, 17 million euros. Name it, whatever you want. We got scammed. Like, it's as simple as that. We got absolutely scammed. The moment that news came out yesterday, I put it out. I said, Lotito owns this club. And people were getting mad. He owns us. If we want to play it from Lazio, forget about it. If they want to play it from us, we will bend down. We will bend over. Agnelli was weak behind closed doors talking about new TV rights deal. It was all Lotito and De Laurentiis. They were pushing it when they are, I don't know call what they are, but you know what? Lotito absolutely pulled our pants down. 70 million euros for Nicolo Ravella is something we should be investigated. Like that needs to be investigated because his market value should be around 23, 25-ish million euros. You know, if we can be completely honest, if Lazio can pay that, too bad. You got Champions League football, you can pay that. But we said, you know what, 70 million euro. So from what I gathered, and I can be completely wrong, I don't think we made any profit even on the books for Rovella. And if it is, it's just break even at this point. That's a terrible deal. And I'm not even going into who's coming in to replace him because I don't think nobody wants to see Rovella play that DM position. He was supposed to do that, but it's clear that Allegri is like, I'm okay with it. You know, and we need funds. You know, if Vlahovic is not leaving, whatever, we need funds, and we're selling all these players. But we are getting scammed. 70 million euros is a joke. It's not. We sold them for less than Cassidy. Cassidy went to Chelsea, never played a single minute of first team football. You know, it's crazy, but it's actually happening, and that's a terrible deal. Now, if you want to talk about do we need Rovella, we need a DM. That's what I want. If you can get me, if the club can give me someone who's better than Nicolo Rovella, and that's why I said I need the bigger picture to see at the end of the window, and even at last season, but I will go back to this end of the window, and next season is where I will be like, okay, Giuntoli, what are you capable of? I need a DM. If you give me Turam, I'm like, wow. You know, if you give me Diarra, I will be like, that's very interesting. If you give me Amrabat, I'll be like, that's weird. You know, is that what you want to do? If you give me Party, you're idiots. Like, that's what it is. So I need to see and wait, you know, what the situation is going to be. Because now he's gone. Pellegrini is still going alone. Nicolucci is going alone. We have 5 midfielders. One of them is Pogba, so 4 midfielders. And one of them is McKennie. Somebody needs to come in, or that season you can throw that away already because that's not that's actually terrible. If you're being honest, that's not good at all. So that's that. So he's gone. I think money wise, terrible deal. Player wise, in the team, I need to see, wait and see. Also, Pellegrini out of the door for 4 million euros. Also, that is not a good value on the books if you go by the numbers that are out there now. I'm not gonna say we got scammed. We got just done a little bit because we were desperate and he wanted to go to Lazio. He's finally off the books. Pellegrini. He's a terrible player. I'm sorry, like he's absolutely terrible. Yeah, like he's a bad footballer. Like period. I cannot recall 3-4 good games I've seen him play in the last 2-3 years. So that's good. He's off the books. I don't even care if he took some money off that. Forget about it. He's finally gone. He's not coming back every single summer. And every single summer, we need to see, is Pellegrini going away? Is he this? Like, he's finally gone. So that's a good thing. Something to move on to. Also, before I record this video, the winter official, he's going to Genoa, 8 million plus 2 million in potential bonuses. It will be a loan with an option. The option will be obligatory, will be an obligation, excuse me, if apparently it doesn't say like that, Genoa stay in Serie A, or even if they don't stay in Serie A, they can still activate that option for the same amount of money. Even there, I think we got kind of scammed. The winter is worth more than 8 million euros. Plus 2. He's worth more. He's worth more than that. Like, we got scammed. I don't get that. And if you put in such a low fee, then I was expecting a buyback option. That's just me. We didn't do that. I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe in training they see he's not going to be that guy. Who knows? But I would have just put that in there. They didn't. So the winter is gone. Pellegrini is gone. Rovella is gone. Zakaria, I didn't talk about that. 20 million euros. I will say that's a very good deal. I think that's good value for money. We got him for basically nothing. That's a good deal. Zakaria is gone. So players going out of the door. It's still not done. Miretti, Nicolosi, and then who else? Because if Vlahovic is not leaving, I still think that Vlahovic deal will happen. And it might sound ridiculous with what everything is happening now with Chelsea, with Casero and Lavia and all the money they need. Maybe it's just too much, for them as well. That's just my feeling. I still think that will happen with Lukaku. Giovanni said, look out for Chiesa. You cannot sell Chiesa now, because if you sell Chiesa, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do this season? You cannot lose Chiesa now. Absolutely. Like, there is nothing out there. You're done. You're screwed for the entire season. You're not going to compete. You're probably not going to finish in top 4. I'm going to say you're not without Chiesa. So you cannot lose Chiesa. But maybe Junior, because we're following Augusto. We want him. Romeo said it. Mirko Di Natale said it. 50 million euros. It seems like we will try to bring him in. Will Ealing Jr. leave? Will Kostic leave? Will Sandro somehow leave? Still so many question marks. The other thing I want to bring up is the Rugani thing. That pissed me off. Because Mirko Di Natale said, we want to renew, but there's no talks. But I'm going with Pedula here for a simple reason that he was first on all the news, on the bad news as well, money-wise for Pellegrini and Rovella. And also his agent is very close to Sport Italia where Pedula works. So I'm going with Pedula here, saying that we are already in talks with Rugani. He wants to say, we want to give him a new deal for 3 years. He will drop his wages to 2 million plus bonuses. And like last season or 2 seasons ago, you have people saying, oh, that's good. He's a good option, low money, same as the Chilio. How many times are we going to do this as a club? Like, when will we learn as a club? Oh, he's a good forward backup option. Man, so kind of random kid from the academy. I'm sorry, like, Rugani, it's done. Like, you've been here for so many years. You've gone on loan for a good reason. You're not good enough. You came back from loan because they didn't want you. Cagliari benched you when you were on loan. Like, what even is this conversation? 2 million euros is a waste of money. That money could be going to somebody else. Maybe a younger player who can develop and take on that spot. Because we only have Gatti and Bremer. Real defenders that potentially should be here for the long-term run. Maybe Hoyston coming in. Who knows? But that's a terrible deal. I don't want to hear, oh, he's on cheap wages because he's average. That's why he's on cheap wages. Not because he loves the club or he wants to be here and he wants to help out the club. Because that's what he's worth. And even I'm saying that's what he's worth. Probably not, because His level is Fiorentina and those clubs, and maybe those clubs are not paying him 2 million euros. So maybe we're still overpaying. We will never learn. This needs to stop. De Sciglio, Rugani, it's done. Get these players out. It's been such a long time. We need new things all over the place. And that's one of them. So I don't get that deal. I don't want to hear it. Or he's cheap. I don't want to hear that because I've heard that last season. And I'm going to call it out as bullshit, because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Rugani next season at the club. But apparently that's going to happen. And I'm just going to end it with, we will never learn. We will absolutely never learn. This is what we do. This is what we love to do at the club. Yeah. Like, I'm not even surprised by the news, but it is what it is. That's it for today's daily. Like the video, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the Rovella fee, because that's kind of, out there now. Also, let me know what you think about the rest. Pellegrini, De Winter, and the Rugani potential new deal. And join us for the live, because we will talk about everything, but also a new midfield signing. Maybe some news will drop tomorrow. Julian will make a good video on all the midfield links we have now and how they stack up to each other. So check that out, and I will be back as well live for the watch line tomorrow. Atalanta, last preseason game, key game, to see where we are heading into the new season. Thanks for watching, and see you later.